your 2014-2015 chapter officer team. I now ask that you sit back, relax, as we recognize those who have worked hard to make excellence a habit in their lives.
At this time, I would like to recognize many important guests that have taken time out of their busy schedules to be with us tonight. Please stand to be recognized when your name is called. Dr. Ron Ballard. We would also like to thank the rest of the USD 470 administration. We would like to welcome the Lindy Bilberry, the State FFA President. We look forward to hearing from her later in the program. We would also like to thank all the parents and grandparents here tonight that have helped support our members this year. Please applaud these individuals for their time and effort.
This year, the chapter had 20 Green Hand degree recipients. The Green Hand FFA degree is the first degree for which all first-year FFA members are eligible. The qualifications for the Green Hand degree include being enrolled in an agricultural education class, knowing the history of the FFA, and having a satisfactory plan for an SAE program. Each Green Hand degree recipient already received their bronze pin at a special Green Hand degree ceremony last fall.
Tonight, we will once again recognize all Green Hands and announce the Star Green Hand Award. As I read your name, will the following members please come forward and stay on stage. Please hold your applause until all names have been read.
Kyla Baker,
Chance Barnes,
Toby Beeman,
Bailey Benton,
JC Burley,
Kitra Crane,
Jordan Day,
Caitlin Eichelberry,
Kale Frank,
Savannah Hernandez,
Haley Holmes,
Haley Kilpatrick,
Becca McKinney,
Lindsay Noland,
Hunter Norris,
May Pels,
Jaylee Remington,
Austin Spielman,
Audrey Utt,
and Cassidy Waters.
Just as there are medals more precious than bronze, there are rare and more precious laurels to be won in the FFA. May you always be glowing with enthusiasm, but never altered in the heat of conflict. And may the qualities of hardness and endurance carry you through our organization. Congratulations and good luck. Please applaud the accomplishments of these students.
Each year, the chapter recognizes Green Hand degree recipients who excel in their FFA, SAE, and classroom activities as the chapter Star Green Hand. These members have developed an SAE program, have participated in a number of career development events, and have begun to show their leadership qualities in the chapter. The Star Green Hand is
May Pels.
Please join me in the
By definition, a creed is a statement of belief. The FFA creed is one of the longest standing parts of the FFA organization. Irwin Milton Tiffany wrote the original creed and it was adopted in 1930. The creed has been revised 3 times since, but the basic values and beliefs remain intact and are the solid foundation for our organization's principles. Please join me in welcoming Savannah Hernandez and May Pels to the stage for the presentation of the FFA Creed.
The FFA Creed by E.M. Tiffany. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists, and the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years.
I believe that to live and work on a good farm, or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits, is pleasant as well as challenging. For I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny.
I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil.
I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so, for others as well as myself, in less need for charity and more of it when needed, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me.
I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
Thank you, Savannah and May, and good luck to Savannah, who will be representing our chapter at the State FFA Convention at the end of this month.
The following members have achieved the bronze pin of the Green Hand degree and have continued their hard work to attain even greater accomplishments. Those who succeed know that ignorance leads to neglect, waste, want, and poverty, while wisdom leads to industry, productivity, and happiness. 13 members have studied and learned to earn the chapter FFA degree. Their increased leadership ability should be reflected by their further involvement in our chapter. Would the following members please come to the stage to be recognized? Lane Bruce, Nathan Butler, Hannah Dixon, Felipesquest, Kathleen Hankins, Curtis Helpingstein, Taryn Jackson, Andy Marshall, Blake Miller, Clayton Plush, Benny Rodriguez, Brady Tufel, Braylee Tipton. The pin symbolizing the chapter FFA degree is made of silver. There are more precious laurels to be won in our organization. We are pleased to present each of you with the silver pin of the chapter FFA degree. Please give these members another round of applause as they exit the stage.
The State FFA degree is the highest degree that the Kansas FFA Association can bestow upon the members. The requirements of the State FFA degree include earning and investing at least $2,000 from their SAE program and obtaining at least 8 activities above the chapter level. In addition, members must have completed at least 2 years in agriculture education. This year, 2 Arc City FFA members will be receiving their State FFA degree at the Kansas State FFA Convention in Manhattan at the end of this month. The members receiving this degree are Alyssa Day and Bailey Bell. please congratulate these members on all their hard work over the years.
Members who excel in their supervised agriculture experience programs can be recognized through the Proficiency Award Program. These awards encourage members to develop specialized skills that will apply toward a future career. There are 49 Proficiency Award areas in the FFA, representing everything from agriculture mechanics and feed and grain production to agriculture communications and wildlife management. Students can be recognized for their SAE at the chapter, district, state, and even national level. Tonight, we have 3 members who will be receiving the Chapter Proficiency Award.
Bailey Pike is the son of Kevin and Kathy Pike and the winner of the Feed Production Entrepreneurship Proficiency Award. His SAE consists of purchasing of 3 red cows that he calved out with the intentions of selling the offspring. His responsibilities include feeding, monitoring the health of the cows and calves, and keeping records of financial standings. Bailey is in his senior year at ACHS. Elissa Day is the recipient of the Poultry Proficiency Award. She is the daughter of Joel Day. Some of her responsibilities include feeding and watering, cleaning out the coop, collecting eggs, and worming the chickens once a month, and expanding her flock through incubation. Her SAE consists of selling some of the eggs she collects and showing her chickens in the Cali County Fair. When Alyssa is not working with her chickens, she manages a Facebook page that educates the public on chicken care and news in the chicken industry. Elissa is a senior at Arkansas City High School. Austin Spielman is a recipient of the Diversified Crop Proficiency Award. He is the son of Justin and Janice Spielman and Sherry Spielman. Austin's SAE consists of him helping his dad farm with no-till and traditional tillage practices for raising wheat, soybeans, and corn. They are also certified wheat growers as well as producers of oats. Once the oats and wheat have been harvested for each year, we bale the straw and sell it. Austin's main responsibilities including operating all farm equipment needed for each job as well as maintaining that machinery. If he isn't busy with that, Austin helps his grandmother with her work at the La Hacienda Peanuts. Austin is a freshman at Arkansas City High School.
Without the help of the following individual, our program would not be as a success as it is today. These individuals have gone above and beyond call of duty to help our chapter. Whether it's helping out, put on major events, or helping throughout the entire year. Tonight, we would like to recognize those people that believe in us and continually provide support to all the members of the RCD FFA chapter. Will the following individual come forward when your name is called? Carla Pike and Larry Pike have been big supporters in our FFA chapter for the past years. If we fall short on funding for an event, and such, they are always willing to help us out the best they can. They have been a big help on our new tractor registration project. Although it's new to us, my grandparents have been a big part of it. Beta and I are lucky to have such great parents. They encourage us to help anyone in need and never take anything for granted. There's no way I would be the person I am today without the influence of my grandparents. Our FFA chapter cannot be more thankful for their sponsorship and good advice. It is my honor to present my grandparents with their honorary chapter degree for the support they have shown the RCFFA chapter.
This evening's guest speaker has spent countless hours serving the members of the Kansas Association. She is from Garden City FFA chapter. She is currently a freshman in agribusiness at Kansas State University. We truly appreciate everything Lindy has done for our state FFA association. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our 2013-2014 Kansas State President, Miss Lindy Bilberry.
If my voice wasn't going out, I wouldn't use the microphone, but I need it for a little bit of help. Good evening, I'm so excited to be with you tonight. Can we go ahead real quick? Tonight has been fantastic, and there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that goes into making something like this possible. So can we go ahead and give a round of applause to everyone who's made tonight happen? All right, do I have any Olympics fans in the house? Anybody who loved the Olympics this year? No one? A couple, all right. I love the Olympics. Whenever I was little, I was obsessed with the Olympics. You could bet your bottom dollar that, all right. All right. Let's start with this real, guys. All right.
Doing this one bad?
I'll just use that one. All right, folks, bear with me. All right, so whenever I was little, I was obsessed with the Olympics. You could bet your bottom in the background of the national anthem playing for everyone to hear. I was going to grow up and be an Olympic gold medalist. As I grew older, I realized that this dream was probably a little bit far-fetched. You see, there's an important prerequisite to go into the Olympics. You have to have some type of athletic ability. I don't have any, so I'm not going to go to the Olympics. But although I realize that that dream is probably not attainable for me, I still hold the same respect for an Olympic gold medal. Because that medal is an outward sign of something inside that's pretty cool. Someone who's found their passion and gone for it with all that they have. So whenever I think of the Olympic greats of our time, there are two names that quickly come to my mind: Michael Phelps and Gabby Douglas. Michael Phelps has won 18 gold medals in his Olympic career. That's right, 18 Olympic golds. I think it's pretty safe to say that Michael Phelps is an awesome swimmer. Michael Phelps is passionate about swimming. And Gabby Douglas, she's the only American woman to have ever received a gold in both the team and the individual gymnastics in the same year. I think it's safe to say that, like Michael, Gabby is an awesome gymnast. Gabby is passionate about gymnastics. But how do you go from being a little boy or a little girl interested in gymnastics or swimming to someone who grows up to be the best of the best at what you do? Well, it all had to start with Michael Phelps putting his toe into the pool for the first time. And Gabby Douglas, she had to first step onto that mat. Gabby Douglas and Michael Phelps stepped outside of their comfort zone and tried something that they hadn't done before, realized that they liked it, and they worked with all that they had to be the best of the best. I bet if you asked Gabby Douglas about her childhood, she would tell you about early mornings and late nights spent in the gym with her coach, blisters on her hands and her feet because she had spent so much time making that back handspring just a little bit cleaner and that landing stick just a little bit smoother. And Michael Phelps, I bet he would tell you about long hours spent in the pool with his coach, wrinkly fingers and toes because he'd been figuring out how he could make that turnaround just a little bit quicker and make those strokes just a little bit smoother. Gabby Douglas and Michael Phelps achieved greatness because they were willing to step outside of that comfort zone and then work hard to be the best of the best at what they did. In FFA and in life, we have tons of opportunities to find things that interest us. Maybe we kind of like our time in the shop, so we should step outside of our comfort zone and try that ag mechanics CDE. Or maybe we have some awesome ideas about how Arc City FFA can be better next year. So next year we should step outside of our comfort zone, run for that chapter office. Or maybe we have some awesome ideas about how we can better serve the needs in our community, so we should step outside of our comfort zone, arrange a new community service project. Whatever it is that you're interested in, be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, find that thing that you like, and then once you find it, work hard and hard and hard to be the very best at it that you can be. But what do we do whenever we step outside of that comfort zone? We find those things that we like, and then we work really hard, we find that passion, and then we don't win. You see, whenever I think about other Olympic greats of our time, there's another name that comes to mind. Shaun White. That's right, snowboarder, skateboarder, big, bushy, red hair. Shaun White is an awesome boarder. He actually holds the record for the all-time amount of medals won in a single X Games, and is a recipient of not just one, but 2 Olympic golds. But for those of you raising your hands that watch the Olympics, you probably know that this year was not Shaun's year. In his signature event, the halfpipe, Shaun White came in arguably what is the worst place you can come in the Olympics, 4th. Does that mean that Shaun White wasn't passionate enough about snowboarding? Does Shaun White not work hard enough to be the best of the best? Is Shaun White a loser? I mean, he didn't get a bronze, he didn't get a silver, and he sure didn't get a gold. Should Shaun White quit snowboarding because he didn't win? Absolutely not. Folks, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes passion and hard work isn't always going to equal winning. And winning isn't always going to equal passion and hard work. You see, I bet if you asked Sean or Gabby or Michael, they could tell you about a lot of times that they didn't win. But did they let that stop them? No. They used those losses to work harder to be even better, and now they're the best at what they do. So maybe we love livestock judging, and we've spent so much time in the barn and given so many sets of reasons that we give them while we sleep. Or maybe we're a football player, and we've passed that pass to our receivers so many times that we can throw it with our eyes closed. But when the big game comes around, that pass just doesn't connect. Or maybe we love our ag business CDE or our ag business class, and we can rattle off those formulas like nobody's business. Whenever that big test comes, we don't ace it. Should we quit? Absolutely not. Folks, true passion is whenever we find something that we love to do so much that we're willing to do it whether we win or we lose. Because in life, we're not always going to get a plaque or a medal or an accolade every time that we love something and we work really hard. But if we find something that we love to do, that's what's really going to help keep us sticking. That's what's going to get us through those hard days. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I was thinking back about my time with Arc City, and I knew there was something pretty special in this chapter whenever at SCCL, your chapter officers did a rap to Thrift Shop about FFA. I knew there was some pretty special things going on here. And tonight we're here to recognize some of those special things and those awesome accomplishments that Arc City FFA members have done this year. But think about how much better next year could be if we all challenged ourselves to step outside of that comfort zone, find those things that we like, and then we worked hard to be the very best at them that we could be, regardless of whether we win or we lose. You never know. Something like that might just pay off in a gold medal. Thanks so much for having me tonight, and best of luck as you head into state CDEs and the rest of your year.
You truly are one of a kind. Your dedication to the members of this organization and your positive attitude are something we should all aspire to. Thank you so much for your service to the Kansas FFA Association. Please accept this token of our appreciation, as our chapter has greatly benefited from your efforts.
Each year, you honor those students who have excelled in their academic achievements. It is important that students become involved in their FFA chapter, but it is equally important that they provide their time and effort to their studies. The following students have earned their top grade point average in their respective classes. Please come forward as your name is called. Freshmen, there is a four-way tie with Caitlin Eichelberry, Savannah Hernandez, Jaylee Remington, and Cassidy Waters. Sophomores, Andy Marshall. For the juniors, Allie Burr. Seniors, Emily Gorjuski. Please give these scholars a round of applause as they exit the stage.
Tonight we honor and celebrate our achievements. However, without fundraisers, our opportunity to succeed would be minimal, if not impossible. These 5 individuals have excelled in chapter fundraising during the past year. And for that, we recognize you. Please come forward when your name is called. 5th place, Kyla Baker. 4th place, Bailey Pike. 3rd place, Audrey Utt. 2nd place, Caitlin Eckleberry. 1st place, Cody Gillette. Join me in our applause as this recipient leaves the stage.
Okay, so this is kind of one of those deals me and Bogart get to have a little fun with. I'll give you a quick breakdown here of what we do in our CDEs and how we award them. Throughout the years, members are eligible to compete in various contests called career development events. These allow members to experience different areas of the agriculture industry and possibly find something they might be interested in as a career. Each contest holds something different for members, but each one requires dedication and teamwork to be successful. If you don't believe that, ask the ones that are practicing for state right now. Okay. Next, we will recognize those members who have contributed to our chapter success. Our outstanding member awards for each class. What it takes to get an outstanding member award is somebody who is dedicated, shows up even when we don't ask them to. You know, the one that sticks their head in our rooms after school every day, says, hey, what can I do? How can I help you? These people aren't necessarily always officers. These are ones that literally just go above and beyond in helping us out. So at this time, we are going to recognize Andy Marshall as our sophomore outstanding student. Andy is super dedicated. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen him cross stage a few times tonight. One thing that I like to kind of brag on Andy about that we don't always get to talk about is we recently started some tractor restorations in the shop, and Andy is ramrodding one of them all on his own. And that's not an easy task, because the one that he's running, we picked up in about 1 million different pieces on the floor of a guy's shop one day. So he's a very dedicated individual to put up with a task like that. Thanks, Andy. Next, our junior, we had to split it. We had 2 of them that are just outstanding, Allie Bird and Alyssa Bump, if you guys will come up. Once again, you've seen these ladies several times tonight. They work nonstop. We don't have to ask. They ask us what needs done. We tell them. They show up. They do it. Super involved in CDEs, and we couldn't ask for 2 individuals who really go above and beyond the way that they do. And finally, for our senior, couldn't help but recognize Bailey Pike as our outstanding senior. Bailey, I know you're backstage. Go ahead and come out. Hey, Bailey. Anyways, Bailey has put it this way, most of the time he's thanking for Miss Bogart and myself both. He always reminds, especially me, every day. He says, "Hey, have you done this yet?" I say, "Nope, I'm glad you said something." He brings in stuff for us to use all the time that we hadn't even thought of. And you know, I have to tell a story. Last year, when I started here, I got here just in time to go on officer retreat, and Bailey was the first one that came through the door and introduced himself to me, and he's kind of stuck with me ever since. So thanks for all your work that you guys do. Appreciate it.
All right, now I'm going to take the opportunity to recognize a couple more seniors. And first we're going to start off with like the senior scholarships. And so Alyssa Day, will you please come to the stage? Okay, you can come a little closer. All right, this is Alyssa Day, and we affectionately call her Ed. That's her initials. And anyway, so it's kind of taken hold throughout the whole school. But Alyssa Day is a senior, and this year she has received the National FFA Scholarship through Ford Trucks. She'll be receiving that money at state convention, and I think anyway. And so it's a $1,000 Ford scholarship, and it's awarded to seniors in FFA programs across the United States. And actually there's $2.2 million worth of scholarships that are awarded to FFA members, and so Alyssa is actually fortunate enough to take part in that, so let's give her a round of applause for that. Yeah, she can just kind of get comfortable for a second because we're going to talk about something else. My next scholarship that we're going to talk about is the Bryant Family Memorial Scholarship. And so, Alyssa, you are the recipient of the Bryant Family Memorial Scholarship. And the Bryant Family Memorial Scholarship is kind of a tongue twister. It started in 2008 as a memorial to Kenneth Bryant, who is my grandpa. And I got some family members up there, so I feel like I should recognize them too. There's Megan and Ben, and my grandma, first and importantly, Virginia Bryant, and then my stepdad, Phil Bryant, and my sister, Caitlin Bogart. They're all part of the Bryant family, and they're here tonight kind of, here in support of Alyssa for being the recipient of that award. Just a real quick thing about that scholarship. It's given to a senior who plans on doing something with agriculture, because my family has a huge tradition with agriculture. My grandpa was a farmer, two of his sons were a farmer, my brother's a farmer, my cousin's a farmer, and they've continued that agriculture tradition, and it's a really cool thing to see. And another thing about this scholarship is the person must have outstanding leadership ability and have been successful in FFA, because that's always been a huge part of my family. All of us grandkids, and Phil will tell you he got his Star Farmer degree, but we used to get our state degree nowadays. But it's cool to hear how it's changed over the past. And so Alyssa is this year's recipient because of her outstanding leadership capabilities. She's one of those officers that is really dedicated to FFA. She's involved with a lot of things, actually, but without all your hours that I couldn't even count, and just your passion for FFA and your passion for teaching, because I know she wants to be a teacher, is very clear. And just congratulations on your, all the work that you've done over the years. So we have a little thing over there, so we'll give that to you later, okay? Sound good? Congratulations, Alyssa. Okay. Real quick before we get to that, we have another senior we want to recognize, and could Ariana please come to the stage? Okay, Ariana, you are tonight's recipient of the DeKalb Award, and this is given to an outstanding FFA member that showed leadership capabilities, kind of like what Ed had showed, And one thing that just a short story about Ariana that I really, really appreciate about her is, and that it's cool to see as an ag teacher, is her ability to be like a little mini coach. She's a little coach over here. I don't know how many times over the past like month, and like all year really, where Ariana has been like, hey, did you study your test last night? Or hey, let's go study this PowerPoint that I just made. And when you start seeing students take that ownership and into their own hands and pushing their teammates and becoming that coach is really cool to see. And that's the kind of person that Ariana is. You know, she's not super loud. She's pretty shy, but she does a lot of behind the scenes work. And without her, I know that we wouldn't have been as successful this year. And so I just felt, Mr. Morris and I felt that it was a great honor, and we wanted to award you with the DeKalb Award for Outstanding Senior. So congratulations. Okay, and then all the seniors go ahead and come up to the stage real quick. If you're a senior in FFA, would you please come up to the stage? Arnaldo, Reese, come on up to the stage.
Okay, so I kind of have this passion for telling stories on people. Sometimes even if it does stretch the truth just a little bit. And I want to start off with Ed. When I first got to meet Ed, I thought, oh boy, here we go. I knew her dad a little bit, and I thought, we'll overcome this. And first thing she does is she walks up to me and she says, "You really are a teacher?" "Sure am." She said, "Okay, I can handle that." And from there, it's smooth sailing. Haven't had a problem with her yet. And I got to appreciate a person that I can get along with like that, because I kind of have a weird sense of humor, not gonna lie. Which I will get to Quentin here in a minute with that. But you're looking at a group here that I hadn't really realized until I walked up here just how much they've impacted me in the last 2 years. So I'm going to tell another story about Bailey. Like I said earlier, he's the first one out of this chapter that I got to meet, and I thought right off the bat, I thought, man, I kind of like this kid. This teaching thing, this is going to solidify my teaching.
From turtle races to a labor auction, from district CDEs to sticking your hands in messy oobleck, our chapter has accomplished a lot this year. At the beginning of the 2013-2014 school year, no one, not even the officer team, had a clue what this year had in store for us. Now that the year has come to an end, we know. We know that we were recognized as a national chapter in Louisville, Kentucky at National Convention. We know that several of our members are on their way to state CDEs in Manhattan. With all these huge achievements, it's easy to forget the little things we did as a chapter.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, and the pictures you're about to see are worth 1,000,000. Please watch with us as we review the terrific year we've had as the Arc City FFA chapter.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugging, lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn, lined up behind me like a big parade. Late to work, road rage jerk, shouting obscene words, flipping me the bird. You may be on the state paper, but that blacktop runs through my payload. Excuse me for trying to do my job, but this year ain't been no bumper crop. If you don't like the way I'm driving, get back on the interstate. Otherwise, sit tight and be nice, and quit your honking me that way. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation father. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging, lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. Well, I know you got your own deadline, but cussing at me won't save you no time, hoss. This big wheel wide load ain't going any faster, so just smile away and tip your hat to the man up on the tractor. 'Cause I'm a son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging, lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging, lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
Yeah. The other day I got an email, almost getting ready, but something caught my eye, my idol. It said, and I quote, "My name is Nikki and I used to be a dancer, until the doctor diagnosed me with cancer. So I said goodbye to all the hair on my head, and hello to my hospital bed. Yeah, see I was just a normal girl, it happened so fast. There were so many days that I thought would be my last. However, the fight was tough and I battle was long, but I felt strong when I listened to your songs. You were always there for me, you were my heartbeat, you were my only friend, kept you on repeat. I thank God for you every single night, 'cause believe it or not, you saved my life. Yeah, I met a million people, been a million places, shook a million hands, seen a million faces, had a million lows and a million more highs. No, I haven't made a million, but I touched a million lives. Met a million people, been a million places, shook a million hands, seen a million faces, had a million lows and a million more highs. No, I haven't made a million, but yeah. talk to you. I had a dream, but you're the reason that it's coming true. Yeah, I've had some dark days when the sun don't shine, but you always reminded me that I would be fine. Cause when no one else cared, you believed in my vision. Now I got an army coming with me on my mission. I thank God for all of you every single night, cause believe it or not, you saved my life.
We were born to embrace, not accepted. We were given nothing more, so we kept it. As the color of our boots keep fading, live a life that we hate without saying. Who would listen to the cries of a poor man? Never done nothing, how can it be something? Every heart has an hour of existence. Every breath brings a chance for redemption. Somehow we could wake up and it's like
One essential for a successful FFA chapter is capable officers. By taking a leadership role, these students grow from the experience and benefit of the chapter. It should be the officer's goal to lead by example and encourage other members to participate in chapter activities. Officers of our chapter are expected to have a genuine desire to serve on a leadership team, but more importantly, a sincere desire to work with all chapter members. By completing an application and answering the questions of an interview committee, 8 chapter members committed themselves to these requirements. Each showed a willingness to serve, and the chapter created a slate by voting. Now it is the time that will complete the process in the moment you have all been waiting for. Your 2014-2015 committee chairs are Hannah Dixon, Caitlin Eckelberry, May Pels. Your 2014-2015 Sentinel is Linda Martinez. Your 2014-2015 reporter is Lindsay Nolan. Your 2014-2015 treasurer is Cassidy Waters. Your 2014-2015 secretary is Alyssa Bump. Your 2014-2015 vice president is Savannah Hernandez. Your 2014-2015 president is Allie Burr. Officer, will you guys please stand next to your officers? Yeah, please stand next to your officers. Allie, as president-elect, you have been chosen by your fellow members to be the leader of our chapter for the coming year. You are therefore responsible for guiding our chapter in all its worthy undertakings. May you work intelligently and seriously to fulfill the responsibility of your office. Congratulations. Savannah, as Vice President-elect, your record of accomplishments indicates you have those qualities of leadership we should all possess. You are to assist the President in directing the work of our chapter, preside over meetings in her absence, and keep all committees working effectively. Congratulations.
Hey Alyssa, as Secretary-elect, you have been chosen to keep an accurate minutes of our meetings and carry on the chapter with order of business and committee assignments for each meeting. You will also keep a list of members erective degrees awarded, and have custody of the Constitution bylaws. Congratulations. Cassie, as treasurer-elect, you have been placed in a position of trust. Your duties require you to keep an accurate record of receipts and disbursements, and to provide regular financial reports. It is also your responsibility to assist in developing and maintaining sound financial practices. Congratulations.
Lindsay, as reporter-elect, your duty is to inform the public about FFA. You are expected to work closely with news media, including state and national publications. You should keep a record of photographs and articles published concerning the FFA history. Congratulations.
Linda, Sentinel-elect, your duties include welcoming our friends, caring for the meeting room and FFA equipment, and providing for the comfort of our members and guests. It is also your duty to assist in conducting meetings and ceremonies. Congratulations.
Hannah, Caitlin, Nate, as committee chairs, your duties include working with all members of the chapter and helping coordinate many chapter events. You help ensure that the voice of all members are heard and that we plan activities that help each member grow, our chapter grow, and help our community. Congratulations. It is an honor to be an officer in the FFA. From time to time during the year, you may encounter difficult problems, but through cooperation, hard work, and dedication, you will succeed through the FFA and prosper. Do each of you accept the responsibility of your office, and will you do your best to uphold the ideals and principles of the FFA? If so, then answer, we do.
We do.
I now declare each of you properly and duly installed into the respective office to which you were elected. May integrity, dedication, and cooperation spirit mark your year of service. Seek harmony among your fellow officers and set high standards of leadership for all chapter members. Retiring officers, would you please escort the new officers to their stations?
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
Yes, Madam President. I would once again like to thank everyone for coming and for your continued support throughout the year. Without your support, our chapter wouldn't be where it is today. I would like to remind the members to stay after the banquet for pictures and for cleanup. Finally, let's give everyone who received an award tonight one last round.
Oh, man.
If you are a member, please stick around for a little while and help clean up if you don't mind. The more the merrier, the faster we get it done. Thank you.